2026 is very unique and very different than ever before. So I want to present what kind of expectations and the visions that I have, and I want all of our team members to carry for the next 12 months. So, team, today we are not going to talk about goals, about the volume, about who's going to have the biggest year. I want to talk about how we actually grow in 2026 without burning out, without chaos, and without relying on the hero month. We want some consistency throughout our work process. So entire vision we built on this simple idea called Liebig's law of the minimum. So I searched what he is doing and what kind of writings that he had done. He's a German chemist that I found out throughout the readings that I had earlier this week, and I wanted to share what kind of takeaways I had. So here's a key message: our ceiling is not set by our strongest producer; it is set by the weakest system. So I want you to picture this barrel. You can pour water into it all day long. You may have great marketing, great reach, great sales skills. But if you have one plank that is short, the water leaks out. Growth doesn't fail because of the talent. It fails because of the weak plank. One weak plank destroys your workflow. The scary part is that you can be the great at 5 things, but still be limited by the one you ignore. And it applies to every loan officer equally. So what Liebig's law means for us. This is not about who the best LO is, not about the best month, not about one big win. This is about the things we don't like to talk about. Slow follow-ups, sloppy documents, missed conditions, poor communication. Performance always equals the weakest constraint in our system. So if we fix the leak, we can expect the capacity rises instantly. In 2026, every loan officer here operates with the same barrel. The difference isn't talent. I strongly believe it's system integrity. These are the planks that matter: lead response speed, borrower communication, file structure accuracy, condition management, compliance and disclosures, and follow through to funding. You don't get to choose your favorite plank, but you're responsible for all of them. So let's put more emphasis on the systems instead of personality. Consistency always beats talent, and accountability across the entire process makes a huge difference. So here's uncomfortable truth. The great sales plus slow follow-up equals lost trust. Tons of leads plus messy docs equals delayed funding and delayed processing. So high volume doesn't necessarily mean that you have higher income. It actually burns your business partners overall. And this water, the capacity we have leaks quietly until one day, you're not gonna have anything. Your barrel will look empty. Most people don't realize, but when the day comes, your referrals will slow down. So problems don't show up immediately. And the pains that we all go through today will directly impact the future sales. So I want to micro focus on the expectations that we have. The first one is the identifying your shortest plank. And it's very simple. Every loan officer must clearly identify their weakest and the shortest plank. And you need to ask yourself, what slows my files down the most? Where the ops and borrowers get stuck because of me? And what do I avoid fixing because of it's uncomfortable? We need to be honest to ourselves. No judgment, no pointing fingers. But if you can't name it, you can't fix it. So self-awareness is a mandatory in our team. And I want to emphasize the weakness does not equal to the failure, but avoidance is the real risk and the problem. We must overcome and we need to be better at it. Expectation number 2 is to fix the constraint first. Here's what we're not chasing in 2025. We're not chasing after more tools, more marketing strategies, and more chaos. What we are chasing are fast responses, cleaner submissions, fewer conditions, and predictable closings. One fixed plan can double the outcome. So that's what I call leverage. And I want all of us to emphasize on this part. We fix the fundamentals before talking about volume. We fix the first beat before any other things. We will kill all the shiny objects in front of us so that we can clearly see where we are at. What leadership at Giving Tree will do and provide is not the figure out messages. We will make the weak planks visible. We will help you to provide systems, scripts, and standards, and we'll remove frictions, not enabling excuses. And we will coach the constraint and not just celebrate the wins throughout the days and the weeks. We're not going to allow guessing. We're not going to allow vague feedbacks. There is a feedback that we will provide to win, to be better. So we will focus in 2026 to strengthen our support and standards, and we will coach over criticism and clarity. I strongly believe clarity beats the motivation. So we will dig in as deep as possible as you allow us to do so. So what loan officers own is the professionalism. When you take the feedback without the ego and fix the fundamentals before chasing volume, you'll expect the respects to come from ops, processors, and borrowers' time. You build files like you are the underwriter. So this professional mindset directly relate to the respect across the team members and business partners, which is related to the topic that I went over last time. Long-term trust wins, short-term wins all day long. So when the barrel is solid, everything changes. We can close faster, closings will accelerate. Amount of stress that we go through will significantly drop. Referrals, the people that we talk to, realtors that we meet, will increase. Capacity scales naturally. We don't need the hero month. We need the solid barrel that helps us to keep the sustainable business. Lower stress means higher performance. We don't have to work more just to make the ends meet. We can choose to work more to benefit the rate decrement and the refinance boom. But at the same time, what I encourage personally is that we need to be in a position where we can predict our growth in 2026. My final message is to encourage everyone that 2026 is not about being the tallest plank. We will have better years to come. Things will be better and easier. It's about refusing to be the weakest one. I want all of us to fix the leak, and the water level will take care of itself. Amount of energy, amount of time, amount of asset you have will be utilized as a tool to help you to win and help you to move on to the next level. That's about it, guys. I try to keep it as short as possible. Later in the weeks and months, we will renew the ERP system. We are building the CRM system in the prospect applicant. the beta version is already rolled out starting last Monday. So you'll be able to identify the purchase refinance inquiries separately. And there are multiple stages that you can expect from follow-ups all the way to closings. And I'm going to do a screen share briefly.